All right, hello, welcome. My name is Paul Tiodo. If you don't know me already, I've been doing videos for the last month with PaleoHacks, and I am here today to give you some simple exercises, or simple stretches actually, to open up the hips, the hamstrings, and the shoulders. So a lot of times if I've had like a long, stressful day, I do this simple stretching routine just to open up my body before I go to bed. So before we get started, why don't you send me some likes and let me know where you're coming from so I know that the feed is coming through good and that you can hear me. So send me some likes, let me know. Let me see. How we doing? Good. All right, we're good. Cool. Okay, so first thing we're going to start with is simple Supta Baddha Konasana. So this is bottoms of the feet together. You're going to sit up nice and straight, lengthening through your lower back. And then I like to grab the outsides of my feet. I lift the sternum and then fold forward. Just a couple breaths here. So what you want to make sure of here is that you have no pain in your knees. And if this is too intense for you, it's always nice to sit on a block or sit on a pillow. That'll help you raise your hips up before you go down. That's our dog, Bodhi. You might bark once or twice more. Okay, from here you're going to extend your left leg out. This is called Janu Sirsasana. You're going to keep the right foot where it is on the inside of your left thigh. You're going to lift your sternum up again, reach your arms up and then fold forward, placing your fingertips down on each side of your foot, or if you have the ability to grab your foot, you can grab your foot. Let's switch this up. Right leg is forward. Take the left foot to the inside of your thigh. Reach the arms up. And again, take the hands down on either side of your foot. Or grab the outside of your foot. Lengthen forward and drop it down. And when you're stretching, specifically with your forward folds, don't pull too hard. So a lot of times when people come to my yoga class and they're like, my lower back is sore, it's because they're pulling too hard in their forward folds. So with your forward folds, you just want to be gentle. So just grabbing the foot and maybe like a 15 to 20% pressure here. You're not pulling as hard as you can. Couple more breaths. Slow, deep breathing. All right. Sitting up here, straighten both your legs out and just shake them out a little bit. And now we're going to take a simple forward fold. Both legs are straight. Reach your arms up and fold forward. So again, grab the outside, or just have your fingertips on the outsides of your shins, or if you have the ability to grab the feet, or you can also use a towel or a strap to reach your feet as we're folding. up. So you're going to sit cross-legged. And again, if this is too intense in your hips, sit on a block or a blanket or something. Just sit on something to raise your hips up. It'll make it a little bit easier on your knees. From here, let's get into the shoulders and the spine a little bit. So we'll take our first shoulder stretch. Reach your arms up, and then actually reach your arms forward. You're going to interlace your hands and press your palms forward towards me or towards your computer, and then lift the arms up. So what I don't want to see here is I don't want you to see you jamming into the neck. Lift the sternum, push the palms up, but release your inner shoulders and breathe. Opening the chest, starting to stretch those shoulders. Couple more breaths here. Nice. Okay, release your hands. Take your left hand onto your right knee, and that's going to be opposite. So I'll do it opposite. So take your left hand on your right knee, sit up nice and straight, and twist to the right. Just look over your shoulder. Use your breath to twist. You don't want to be pulling too hard. Again, about 20% of what you could physically do. Good. Back to center. Move those shoulders out. Move the hips. Switch sides. Reach your right arm up. Grab the outside of your left knee, sit up straight, twist to the left. Back to center here, moving the hips, moving the shoulders. We'll do a side stretch. Reach your arms up. Take your right hand down. Slide your hand out to just a couple inches. And then once you feel your outer hip, your outer left hip start to lift up, that means you've gone far enough. You're going to reach up and over and find a nice side stretch. So I've been practicing yoga for a while. I can actually come all the way down onto my forearm. But unless you've been practicing for a while, it's probably not going to happen. So just feel that side stretch. And press down through your outer left hip. Breathe. And notice if your face is tight or tense here. So you can send your breath into your face to relax your face. Relax the back of your neck and your shoulders. A lot of these stretches will really help you feel more longer and just more open before you go to sleep. Good. Come on back up. And actually, let's switch the crossing of the legs real quick. So you always want to notice that you tend to sit with your legs crossed with one leg in front, and that doesn't open up, whatever hip you're using, it doesn't open up the other one quite as much. So you want to switch the crossing of your legs sometimes when you're doing this, just to even things out. So same thing, you're going to reach the right arm up, start to lean over to the left, slide the right palm out to the right. Once you feel your outer hips start to lift up, that means you've gone far enough. And then find that side stretch. So whatever degree works for you. Coming back up, shrug the shoulders. You're going to reach your arms out, and we're going to take a variation of eagle stretch here. So I want you to take your right arm underneath your left, and I want you to give yourself a hug. So wrap your arms around your shoulder blades and start to lift your chest. Now if this feels good for you, then I want you to start to lift your elbows. And if this is really easy for you, then we're going to go into the next phase, which is eagle arms. So both your arms are going to come up, and you're going to wrap your forearms around each other. Try to get your left palm pressing, so the left fingertips pressing against the right palm. You're going to lift the shoulder blade, you're going to lift the triceps, feel the shoulder blades drop down, and then press your forearms forward. So it looks like this, almost as if you're trying to push your forearms forward and then slide them up a wall. Notice how my outer shoulder is wrapping forward. Notice how my upper back is rounding, really stretching the spine here. Great. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. So you're going to, whatever arm you did, I'm going to have the right arm underneath the left. Give yourself a hug. Option 2, give yourself a hug and start to lift the elbows. Feel that stretch, but relax the back of your neck as you do that. And then option 3 is to go into eagle. Again, pressing the forearms forward and up. Feel the triceps lift. Remember, no pain here in the shoulders. You feel like a nice stretch, but not painful. Never want to have any pain here. You just want it to feel intense, but not painful. Forearms forward and up. Round the upper back. Relax the back of the neck and your face. Breathe. Great job. Okay, arms out. You're going to reach and push your arms out. Take a couple small circles. Wax on, wax off, if you've ever seen Karate Kid. And now take the circles the other way. Take your hands to your heart. Shrug the shoulders once or twice. Nice work. Now we're going to move into child's pose with the shoulder opener. So, start in tabletop position, hands and knees. Have your wrists and shoulders lined up, have your knees and hips lined up. And then open up your knees wide enough that when you sink back, you can stick your chest in between your legs. And then rest your forehead down on the ground. And today, opening the shoulders, I want you to reach your arms behind you, interlace your hands. If you can't interlace your hands, go and grab a towel or grab a strap, and you're going to use your strap to interlace your hands. And then you're going to just gently, with the elbows bent about 2 or 3 degrees, so just a tiny bend in your elbows, you're going to start to lift your arms up, and then you're going to push your fingertips away from your head to create more space around the back of your neck. So you're opening the chest and the shoulders, but you're not crunching in. You're pushing the knuckles away from the top of your head. Good, take your hands down. Switch the interlacing of your thumbs so the weird thumb is on top. So interlace your hands a way that it feels weird. And then do the same thing again and hold it for about 30 seconds. Maybe a little bit less of a bend in your knees now that your shoulders are more open. Maybe not. Breathe slow and deep here. Okay, go ahead and release those hands back down. Reach your arms forward. Press your hands down. Come up into tabletop position again. And let's take another shoulder stretch and kind of a back bend here too. So watch me. You're going to walk. You're in tabletop. Your hands and knees are stacked on top of each other. You're going to walk your hands forward about a foot. Press down through your fingertips now, and now watch me push your booty up and back and drop your chest down. Notice how there's one nice long line going all the way up the back side of my body, and my knees and my hips are pretty much still stacked here. It's a great stretch. Puppy dog. Nice. Come up. Take your hands back. Hands and knees, tabletop position. And let's just drop this down. I'm coming into a couple more hip stretches before we're finished. So today's class is not really intense. It's all about just opening up and stretching. We're going to go into thread the needle pose now. So I want you to lay down on your back, or actually you're going to lay down on your back in a second, but I want you to watch what I'm doing here. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee. You're going to figure 4 your legs. And then you're going to lay down on your back, nice and flat. Reach your hands through and grab your hamstring or your shin. Gently pull your right shin bone towards your chest. Relax your face and feel the outer right hip stretch. So as you're doing this pose, you want to flex or pull the toes of your right foot towards your right knee. That's going to protect your outer right knee. So this is a great pose to do if you sit at a desk or if you're sitting in a car for several hours a day, which a lot of people are. This is a great way to start to open the hips before we go into deeper hip openers. I could lay here all day. Okay, so from here, grab your right knee, pull your right knee into your chest, and take your left leg, straighten it out, and drop it down. And you're going to take a really simple spinal twist. So drop the right knee over to the left, and then reach your right arm out to the right. Soft, simple spinal twist. Come back to center, switching sides again. So I'm going to demonstrate what the legs look like. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Make a figure 4 basically with your legs. And then make sure you're laying down on your back. Shoot your hands through, grab your shin or your hamstring. Gently start to pull your left leg towards your chest. Lengthen your tailbone down. Hold this for about a minute, minute and a half. And we'll take the twist on the other side. Then we're done. Deep exhales really help you relax. When you exhale deeply, your hip will start to open up. So it's not just from stretching, it's from breathing. Good. All right, same thing as before. Bring your left knee into your chest, straighten your right leg out, drop it down. Simple spinal twist. Drop your left knee over to the right. Reach your left arm out to the left. And take a couple breaths here. And let gravity twist you. There's really not a lot of effort here. Just your breath and gravity will do all the work. You don't really have to pull at all. Good. All right, back to center. Bring both your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Always give yourself a hug. And slowly sit up. I would actually recommend that you lay on your back for a couple minutes, close your eyes, and just pay attention to your breath. That's a really simple meditation technique, so just lay down, paying attention to your breath for about 5 minutes. Or you can sit still for 5 minutes. We're not going to do that here, but maybe afterwards, if that's something that you'd like to do, please do it. Always wonderful to be here with PaleoHacks. My name is Paul Teodo. You can find me at Paul Teodo Yoga or at Teodo Yoga Guitar on Instagram. I'm also leading a yoga retreat to Chiang Mai, Thailand, June 19th to the 25th. If you want to come, send me a DM and I will give you some more information. We have 3 spots left, so just 3 spots left for Chiang Mai, Thailand, Elephant Sanctuary in June. Have a wonderful day. See you next week.